Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome to the final video for the 16-week Summer Fun Ephemera Challenge. We are into fall already, obviously, but I'm really excited to bring you this last video. I wanted to let you know that I will be having a follow-up video of what my favorite projects were for this challenge, and then I'm really excited to tell you this. We are going to be making a little journal, and I'm going to show you how I would use everything in a journal. And I've kind of shown some examples of a few things in my videos, but I kind of wanted to show them all in one little journal. So I'm really excited to show you that, and we'll be making a journal together for that. So without further ado, let's talk about today's video, which is an easy project. And I was debating whether or not to do this one as my last video, but I decided to because I love having a ton of tabs ready for pages. I've got this little tin that I made some of those Whale Tale style tabs. I think this was for a Ephemera one, and I get into this a lot, and I kind of hoard them a little bit because they're so pretty. But I wanted a bunch of these, and I wanted them just random papers. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a Whale Tale style tab, a full Whale Tale, because I do not have the Stampin' Up stamp, the Stampin' Up punch. Why couldn't I think of what that was called? I've literally been sitting here staring out the window trying to figure out what it was called. I'm telling you, if you record videos, you know what I'm talking about. You're fine until you start recording, and then you're like, what was I going to say? Anyway. Okay, so we're going to make those with a 2-inch punch. I've shown this before, but I will show it again for anyone that hasn't seen it. This 2-inch punch is also listed in my Amazon storefront. I love this one so much. You can also use a stencil. This one has 2 inches on it. You can use whatever you like. I think 2 inches is a pretty good size for a finished punch. But you can use whatever size round thing you have as a stencil if you don't have any kind of stencil or punch like that, and then cut it out, okay? And you also don't have to make the tabs like these. You can make the tabs however you want. Our goal is just to make sure you have enough tabs that you can reach for and, you know, mass make these and just have them ready to go. Oh, here's where I used one of those tabs before on these little tags that I made. I also have a tab punch, so I will be showing you a little trick with this to make a tab that's connected with it. Most of you probably have seen it, but I will show it for anyone else. If you don't have either of these punches or don't want to make those, we can just make rectangular tabs, which I use all the time too. So let's get started. Okay, let's start with the Whale Tale style tabs. I'm just going to take my plastic thing off the bottom of my punch so I can show you. I'm just going to go ahead and punch out a few circles. Okay, so next what you're going to do is fold your circle in half. And then I just push the fold down with my nails. Okay, so now this next part is going to be a little bit different for everyone, depending on what kind of punch you have. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to punch out these corners here. Okay, and that will give us that Whale Tail kind of shape like this. Okay, so if I hold this on here, you can kind of see what we're going to be cutting out. So if you're using a punch, what I do is I keep my punch turned over like this, and you can see inside here I have this rectangle in the metal and the die. So what I do is line up the corner of my paper with the edge of that rectangle. Okay, so that's what I line it up. So what I would do if I were you is turn your punch over and kind of take a look in there and see if there's something that you can kind of line it up That way you know where to line it up each time. You also don't have to line it up with something. You can insert it so far into your circle punch. And you'll just turn it over and do the same on the other side. So now, if you don't have the punch or any punches, because I think you can do that with a smaller circle punch too, you can take your scissors and see the shape that I made. It's like you're just taking like a shallow circle out of it. I'm not sure how, I've not practiced this, so I'm not sure how this is going to look. So I'm just doing like a shallow circle. Yeah, actually that looks pretty good. So you don't need a punch to make these. That's exactly how you can make them without it. Okay. I've seen those whale tail punches on eBay for about $100. Sometimes they'll start lower and the bids will drive it up. You can buy some that people have punched out themselves, or, and I wish I had this to show you, I've been looking for it for a couple days. There is a die cut set for this style that I found on AliExpress. I will have that link down below. I misplaced mine. I told you I'm whatever. I am just a mess. And it's been a while since I used it, and I have no idea where I put it. It's in a safe place. So I will have that link down below. I've ordered from this seller before, gotten them. They are great. They're absolutely beautiful. This tab here, this black tab, they're really pretty. They're really nice. I definitely recommend that seller. So I will have that link down below. But yeah, just turn your punch over and see if you can find something to line it up as. You can use your scissors, whatever you want. Okay, so let's talk about the tab punch. So normally when you use this and you put it in for your paper, it's just giving you one side of the tab. If that's what you want, fine. I like them folding. So what I have been doing is cutting a strip of paper, I think about 2 inches or a little less. I'm going to fold it in half. So if you take your tab punch, put in your folded paper, and if you put your paper fold almost all the way to the top on your tab punch, but not all the way through, when you punch this, it will not punch out the top part. So you have a folding tab, excuse me, that you can put over a page, which I really like. So there's that. So let's show it again. If you put it in, your folded paper in, not all the way to the top. See, there's kind of a little gap at the top there. And then punch it. You will get the folded tabs. There we go. Got some nice this one I kind of messed up, but we've got some nice tabs that we can stick on our pages. Okay, so if you don't have either of those, or like we kind of did with the circle punch, ooh, you could just fold this and have this as your tab as well on your paper. Like this. That'd be really pretty too. Or you can cut a strip. So I'm going to do about 2 inches. And so this is up to you how big you want your tab. So I'm going to say about 1.25 inches. Fold it in half. So this is a bigger one. Obviously you can have as a tab if you want to kind of dress them up a little bit. If you've got some paper pinking shears. Oh, mine are kind of not very good anymore. You could do that. You could make these thinner, like this, over a page. You could do this with fabric, especially if you have fabric pinking shears. That would be really pretty too. But yeah, make however many you would like to make so you have a bunch to work with. My husband actually helped me punch out the 2-inch circles, and then I finished the rest of them. So I have a ton, an absolute ton. So get out your scraps. I also used some book pages to get a bunch of those made. And then I have a bunch of the tab ones punched out too, ready to go. This will be so nice to just have them done. I really like just being able to pull out all of these little things that we've made and just grab one to use. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to see your tabs if you make a whole bunch of them. Make sure you tag me, send me a picture on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Tag me. I would love to see. So yeah, make sure you check out make sure you watch out for my follow-up video of which projects were my favorite, maybe what I would do different next time. And then after that, we're going to have a video of making a little journal and using all of these things. I'll probably separate them just so that it's not in the same video, because in case you already have a journal that you would, or you don't want to make the journal we're going to make or whatever. But yeah, look at all of them. I think I'm going to have to really squish them down. Let's see if it'll shut. Oh no. I'll squish them down a little more, but make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.